Hey, boys, welcome to my channel. And y'all see we getting a nice little push day, and I got my boy Wax in the cut. Shout out to Wax. Now, today is going to be a little bit different for me. I ain't going to lie. This is a video that I probably would have never even thought about for real. But I really just kind of feel like I wanted to share my experiences with arachnid phobia, okay? Now, I want to know, is my arachnid phobia just as bad as anybody else's? And if it's not as bad, I still just wanted to take this time to share my experience with arachnophobia and exactly where it started from. Now, like I said, if you don't have arachnophobia, this is going to be probably a little bit interesting for you to hear from somebody who actually real life deals with this, okay? But I'm gonna get this little spiel I got that I want to go over while we're gonna get this lift in. So yeah, if I want to check out this lift, y'all can enjoy that, but I'm gonna just be talking over for a minute. But anyway, so let's start it off. For all of my fellow people who do have arachnophobia, I really do feel for you, like legit, okay? Because for me, it was actually a lot of embarrassing moments, a lot of bad moments that I did have with experiencing this, with just being conditioned like this for real. Now, let me tell you where it first started, okay? Now, from what I can remember, I remember this like yesterday. Now, I think that what happened was, back when I used to go to school, I was in around, I would say, they're near pre-K or kindergarten. And I remember I used to go to the school and it was connected to a science museum, okay? So I remember we were all going through the museum, and it was my pre-K class. We were all just like sitting crisscross applesauce in a line. As the teacher, it was this lady. I'm not sure if she was like, apparently she was a part of the museum owner or whatever. And I remember we were sitting down, and she happened to bring out like a tarantula. And she brought out a tarantula. It looked like she was carrying it in like a fish tank or something like that, right? So I remember we were all sitting down crisscross applesauce, and she's like just walking down our seated line, displaying the spider like in our face. And I remember I was sitting down, and I was just looking at it like, yo, what the fuck actually is that? And from that moment on, that was the first time that I realized I was actually really creeped out by something that was other than, I was the first time I realized I was creeped out by something that was like just a bug or something. Now, normally, like, I always seen bugs and stuff, and I was like, okay, like, that's a bug. But for some reason, like, just the look of a spider just always heavily creeps me out. And I mean, it's pretty obvious, like, okay, you got the 8 legs and you got all the eyes and the way it looks and things like that. And it's like, I just was always very, like, just turned off by it, like, just the look of it. Like, what the fuck actually is that? It looks so nasty, right? So that was my first time really experiencing true fear. And like in that moment when she was showing me the spider, when it was like my turn for me to see it, I was like just very timid, like looking inside. Like, it was really close too. Like, imagine she's holding the fish tank looking thing with the spider in it, and it's just like slowly just moving around, just looking all crazy and shit. And I'm just sitting there like with my, like, feeling like low-key shaking on the inside, like, yo, what the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I was literally feeling that. And so yeah, from that moment on, that's when I realized that I did not like spiders, okay? So now let's take it to where it really was starting to sit with me, how much I feared spiders. And especially the big spiders was what really did it for me, like the tarantulas or the Australian spiders and all those type of things is what really made me just like completely crawl out of my skin anytime I even seen a picture or anything, you know what I mean? So this was when we were in kindergarten, and this was after the fact of the whole museum and things like that. I remember this, and we were having coloring books, right? And I remember it was a coloring book full of like other animals, like bugs, insects. So I'm turning the pages, I'm seeing all these different type of things like ladybugs, I'm seeing grasshoppers or whatever the case is, butterflies. And then I turn the page and it's literally a spider, right? But it's not, it's like one of those type of spiders. Like, obviously it's a more animated version because it's a coloring book, but it's like the the big type spiders and things like that. And I remember I flipped the page instantly, and I literally shut the page so hard, and I was like screaming like, "Ah, spider, spider, spider!" And I remember I was so scared. I literally was crying to my teacher, and everybody around me was like, "Yo, what the hell is going on? Like, it's just a spider, bruh." And I'm like, bruh, like, I don't like looking at that. Like, I literally remember like yesterday, I was so scared, I literally ran out the classroom. And that was not the last time I did that. From that moment on, yeah, I was getting picked on a little, like, slightly for being scared of spiders, or my family who growing up, certain, like, my brother, not my family really, like my parents, nothing like that, but my older brother, my younger brother, they pick on me for being scared of spiders. Like, anytime it was a toy or something, they dead ass like try to walk over to me like, "Oh, like, spider," and I'd be like literally scared, like trying to act mad and tough to like tell him back the fuck off me, but I'd be like hella scared for real, like, don't touch me with no fucking toys or nothing crazy like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was bad, man. And I would say I was just, it's okay. Another thing is the visions that you get. I wonder if you have arachnophobia, do you experience being visually, like, internally creeped out by even just the thought of you seeing a spider, right? Like the thought of a really big spider that you're scared of, and you think about it, or like you're laying down in bed and you have like a weird thought of a spider and you start jumping around, or like feeling hella weird on the inside and then I want to jump out your bed. Like, have you ever felt that? Please let me know I'm not the only one that's tripping. Because I dead ass be having times where I be in the shower or I'm laying in bed and I have a thought of a spider, more so when I was younger, and I would instantly just like feel hella anxiety on the inside, or I would do things externally to kind of get my mind off of like seeing out loud. Like, I have a thought like, and I'm just like, or just like singing just to get my mind off the thought of a fucking gross spider crawling on my leg, or a big ass spider just like on my shoulder or something like that, just from seeing it, you know what I mean? So yeah, it is really bad, and it's really all just a mental thing. I feel like lately I've been growing out of it. It's not really as bad as it used to be, but if I do get caught off like scrolling on my phone and I so happen to see a spider or something like a big ass tarantula or something of that nature, I probably will get scared as fuck and like close my phone or throw my phone or something crazy like that, you know what I mean? Or if I'm in PetSmart. I remember one time I was in PetSmart, and it was me and my girl, and we went to we were walking around trying to get food for a turtle. And I remember because they hold like tarantulas and stuff in PetSmart, and I was literally walking with her, and I was literally refusing to go down a certain aisle because the spiders were down there. Like, I was feeling hella timid, like hella shaky, like, nah, I don't. I'm just like sitting at the end of the aisle, and my girl's like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, come on." I'm just like, nah, like, I'm just gonna sit right here, you know? Bro, like, it's so bad. It really is kind of bad to this day. Now, if anybody see this that know me, don't play with me, bro, about no spiders, because I will punch you in the face, bro. But I'm just sharing this just to let anybody know the severity of arachnophobia if you don't really understand the true severities of dealing with that. Or I just want to also be kind of relatable to anybody who does have it. So if you do have arachnophobia or anything like that, please comment. Like, what are some weird things that kind of happen to you, or what are some things that you go through with experiencing arachnophobia? With all that being said, I hope y'all happen to like this lift on Guy Wax. If y'all watched, it was cool. We're going crazy with the harness and everything. We're gonna get on a nice little pump check at the end of the video. But I hope y'all enjoyed it and everything. And like I said, let me know what y'all think about the arachnophobia. Okay, I really want to know. Am I just a bitch? Am I really just the only person that's really scared of spiders? Like, to the point where if I see a picture, I'm scared or I'm caught off guard, or I don't even know. But like I said, thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this lift, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.